The snow fell heavy that Christmas Eve as Marcus drove his old pickup through the empty streets. His daughter Emma sat beside him, quiet and thoughtful like she'd been since her mother passed 2 years ago. They were heading home from the community shelter where they'd served dinner, a tradition Sarah had started when Emma was small. Marcus slowed at a red light near the old factory district. Most buildings here stood dark and abandoned. That's when Emma grabbed his arm. "Dad, stop. Look." Two small figures stood beneath a broken streetlight. Twin girls, maybe 7 or 8 years old, wearing identical thin nightgowns that offered no protection from the bitter cold. They held hands, their heads bowed, not moving. Marcus pulled over immediately. As he stepped out, the wind cut through his jacket. These children must be freezing. He approached slowly, not wanting to frighten them. "Hey there," he said gently. "Are you girls okay?" They looked up with identical faces, pale and exhausted. One had tears frozen on her cheeks. "We're hungry," the other whispered. Emma rushed over with the emergency blanket from the truck, wrapping it around both girls. Marcus knelt down to their level, his heart breaking at their small, shivering bodies. "Where are your parents? Where do you live?" The first girl pointed down the dark street. "Mama told us to wait here. She said someone kind would come." Something felt wrong. Marcus looked around the deserted area. No cars, no open businesses, no reason for anyone to leave children here. He checked his phone. It was already 9 o'clock. "How long have you been waiting?" "Since the sun was still up," the second girl answered. "For hours. These children have been standing in the freezing cold for 4 hours." "Come on," Marcus said firmly. "Let's get you warm and fed. Then we'll find your mother." In the truck with the heater blasting, Emma shared her hot chocolate from their thermos. The girls drank it carefully, as if they weren't sure it was really for them. Marcus drove to the nearest diner still open on Christmas Eve. Inside the bright warmth, he ordered them hot soup and sandwiches. The girls ate slowly at first, then faster, like they hadn't seen food in days. Other diners watched with curious concern. Marcus kept his voice low, trying to learn more. "What are your names?" "I'm Lily," said the girl on the left. "She's Rose." "Those are beautiful names. Can you tell me your last name? Or your mother's phone number?" They exchanged glances. Rose spoke this time. "Mama said we shouldn't tell. She said the kind person would know what to do." Emma looked at her father with worried eyes. He understood her concern. This situation grew stranger by the minute. The diner owner, an elderly woman named Grace, came over with slices of apple pie. She'd known Marcus and his family for years. "Those poor babies," she whispered. "Should I call the police?" Marcus hesitated. Something in his gut told him to wait, to understand more first. "Give me a little time. Please." After the girls finished eating, Marcus tried again. "Can you take me where you live? To your mama?" Lily nodded. She said if someone came, they should look in her coat pocket. She said there's a letter. "What coat, sweetheart?" "The one she wrapped us in before she left us under the light." Marcus's blood ran cold. He'd been so focused on getting them warm that he hadn't brought the blanket inside. He rushed to the truck and found it on the seat. Wrapped inside was a worn wool coat. In the pocket was an envelope with 2 words written in shaky handwriting. "Please forgive me." His hands trembled as he opened it. Emma read over his shoulder, and he heard her sharp intake of breath. The letter explained everything. The girl's mother, Catherine, was dying. Stage 4 cancer with weeks left at most. She had no family, no money, no options. The state would separate the twins into different foster homes. She couldn't bear the thought of them torn apart, growing up alone. "I watched you at the shelter tonight." The letter continued. "I saw how you and your daughter served others with genuine kindness. I saw the gentleness in your eyes, the same gentleness my girls deserve. I heard someone say you lost your wife, but raised your daughter with such love. I know I have no right to ask, but I'm begging you, keep my daughters together. Give them the family I cannot. They are good girls, kind and brave. All their papers are in the coat lining. I've signed custody forms. I just need someone to witness them before I'm gone. I'm at County Hospital, room 412. If you can find it in your heart, please come." If not, I understand. Just please call social services so my girls aren't left in the cold. Marcus sat in the truck, reading the letter 3 times. A complete stranger had entrusted him with her children's lives based on watching him serve soup for an hour. Emma spoke softly from beside him. Dad, we have to go to her. Emma, this is enormous. Taking in 2 children, raising twins, completely changing our lives. I know, but Mom always said we should help when we can really make a difference. This is that time, isn't it? Inside the diner, Lily and Rose sat quietly finishing their pie. They looked so small, so vulnerable. Marcus thought about Emma growing up without siblings, about their house that felt too empty, about Sarah's voice always encouraging him to open his heart wider. He made his decision. At the hospital, they found Catherine in a dim room, her body frail, but her eyes alert. When the twins ran to her bedside, her face flooded with relief and tears. "You came," she whispered to Marcus. "I prayed someone would come." Over the next hour, with a hospital social worker and chaplain as witnesses, the paperwork was completed. Catherine told Marcus everything about the girls, their favorite foods, their fears, their dreams. She made Emma promise to teach them to be strong. She held each daughter close and told them she loved them more than all the stars in the sky. "You're going to have a wonderful life," she told them. "This kind man and his daughter are your family now. Be good girls. Be happy. Remember Mama loves you." 3 days later, Catherine passed peacefully. Marcus arranged a small funeral where Lily and Rose said goodbye. Then he took them home, to the house where Emma had already prepared a room with 2 beds, stuffed animals, and a nightlight. That first night, as he tucked them in, Rose looked up at him with those serious eyes. "Why did you stop for us?" Marcus thought carefully. "Because everyone deserves kindness, especially on Christmas Eve. And because sometimes you meet people who are meant to be in your life. Are we meant to be in yours?" He smiled, touching her soft hair. "Yeah, I think you are." Years would pass. There would be challenges and adjustments, laughter and tears. But on quiet nights, Marcus would remember that snowy Christmas Eve when 2 small girls stood under a broken streetlight, and a desperate mother made the hardest choice of her life. He'd remember choosing compassion over caution, love over logic, and he'd be grateful, because families aren't always born. Sometimes they're found standing in the snow on the coldest night of the year, waiting for someone kind enough to stop. If this story touched your heart, please share, and subscribe for more stories of kindness and hope. Leave a comment telling us about a time when compassion changed your life. Your story might inspire someone else to stop and help when it matters most.